A farmer, Kisa, distraught and grieving, approached the Buddha, carrying the lifeless body of her only child. "Master," she sobbed, "please bring my son back to life. You possess such wisdom. Surely you can help me." The Buddha, his eyes filled with compassion, looked at Kisa. "Kisa," he said gently, "I can help you, but first, you must bring me a mustard seed from a house where no one has ever known death." Kisa, a flicker of hope igniting within her, set off on her quest. She went from house to house, pleading for a mustard seed, but at every door, she encountered stories of loss: a parent, a sibling, a child. Each household held the weight of grief. As the day wore on, Kisa's hope dwindled. She realized that death was not unique to her. It was a universal experience, a shared burden of humanity. The weight of her grief, though still present, began to shift. She returned to the Buddha, empty-handed, but with a newfound understanding. "Master," she said, her voice soft, "I could not find a single house untouched by death." The Buddha nodded. "Kisa," he said, "your grief is understandable, but it is also a part of life. By seeking a house without death, you have come to realize the universality of suffering. Now, you can begin to accept the impermanence of all things." Kisa, finally understanding the Buddha's lesson, found a measure of peace. She buried her son with dignity and began to heal. Another time, a man named Sati, who had lived a life of crime, approached the Buddha, seeking redemption. "Master," Sati said, his voice filled with remorse, "I have committed terrible deeds. Can I ever find forgiveness?" The Buddha looked at Sati and then at a nearby tree. "Sati," he said, "if you were to take a seed from this tree and plant it in barren soil, would it bear fruit?" Sati, confused, replied, "No, Master, the soil is not fertile." And the Buddha continued, "If you were to take that same seed and plant it in rich, fertile soil, would it bear fruit?" "Yes, Master," Sati said, "it would flourish." Just as the seed requires fertile soil to grow, the Buddha explained, so too does the human heart require fertile ground for transformation. Your past actions, like barren soil, cannot yield goodness, but your remorse, your desire for redemption, is like fertile soil. Plant seeds of compassion, kindness, and right action, and you will find forgiveness and inner peace. Sati, understanding the Buddha's analogy, felt a wave of hope. He vowed to dedicate his life to good deeds, transforming his barren past into a fertile future. Moral: suffering is a universal experience, and acceptance is the first step towards healing. And the past does not define the future. With remorse and right action, transformation and redemption are possible.